Alright folks, Nathan from KBL Texas Homestead, and I want to welcome you back to the channel, welcome you back to the garden. Today we are going to be finalizing our experiment on the seed potato versus store-bought potato video that we had posted. That video caught a little fire for us and got quite a bit of views. So we've been wanting and we've been waiting to close this video out and to show you guys some of the results. Now you can see some of my potato plants are still green and still growing, but we do have one that has died off that was a seed potato, and we have one that's died off that was the store-bought potato. Those are ready to be harvested. They're side by side, so what better way to close out this video than pull these up and see what our harvest is, what the yield is, and see how they did. See if the store-bought potato produced any potatoes, and then if it did produce potatoes, see what they look like and how they compare to the seed potato that we bought. So without further ado, let's dive right in and see what we got.
Okay, so as you can see, this is our store-bought potato that kind of stayed in the cupboard for a little too long out of a sack of regular potatoes that I had bought to use in the kitchen. And it's browning, it's beginning to die off. There's not really any green left, so that's telling me that it's ready to be harvested. And this one is our seed potato that we bought from the garden center in a smaller sack that was more expensive than the 10-pound bag of potatoes. That indicates that these are specifically to be planted for harvesting potatoes. So we're gonna try and see what if any difference or at all, and just try and compare with these two and finish out, you know, what we had began with our experiment. Some of the other potatoes, their brothers and sisters, are still pretty green, so we're not going to be touching these just yet. See if they can keep harvesting or keep producing potatoes so that we can harvest them a little bit later. But we just wanted to get to these guys because they're ready and we wanted to show you all. I'm just going to start by digging out around them a little bit to help me, since these stems seem to be a bit wimpy now that they're dying off. As I'm avoiding this stalk from a sunflower that we cut. Okay, so again, remember, this is the potato from the sack of potatoes that you would buy in the produce section. Ready? Let's do it. I felt stuff breaking off. Well, the pulling up didn't work, which that's okay. In this general area, I'm just going to kind of dig down and move some soil around so I can get down to what was produced. All right, I'm just have to get my hands dirty.
Let me bring them in. Go ahead.
So here we have harvest number one. And I'm staying clear away from this other plant because I don't want to get them confused. So, what's that?
Show them that potato.
Oh.
That's a pretty good potato.
So
this
baby.
is from the store-bought
Sack
that we just planted that was ripening in the cupboard.
So far, it produced. And again, you can go back and refer to that video, as we will link it. This is too much fun. But I mean,
Look at that.
Look at this.
Some pretty good sized taters there.
Yeah, this is from a sack of potatoes that you would peel for French fries, for making breakfast potatoes, you know, baked potatoes. This is too cool. All from one potato that we had sprout. Good? Some cute ones in there. pretty good yield for one planted potato. I don't know if that might be it. I'm gonna have to pull out this sunflower stalk.
Oh. Probably got some potatoes.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. All right. So, from one potato, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 2 small little babies.
The ones on these.
And okay, 3, 4 small little babies. So what? 14 from one potato.
Store-bought.
Store-bought potato. Imagine if you planted the whole 10-pound bag for $3. You know, these are pretty good sized potatoes. And again, from the produce aisle for $3. You almost made all your money back. That we bought specifically for planting to get potatoes, right? Or that's the idea. So let me just dig out around it. It's hot outside, y'all. Okay. Try to pull these out, see if it'll work for me. No, they all broke. Ah! Well, a lot more baby potatoes. I don't know if you can see that. Looks pretty cool.
Bring it down a little bit.
So far it's a good sign for the seeded potato. Nice good size one, first one. Another baby. Missed one. Oops. So far, that seems like that's not a potato. The other one has it beat. Do you think I need to go down further?
Go deeper. Look at that one right there.
Oh.
Dig in there with the shovel. Nope.
No.
There's no root system or nothing. you can feel down there as you're going. Hold on, baby.
Wow.
I don't feel like it's dug up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is, I mean, this is the whole general area that was planted. I don't know if you can see in here, but our dirt looks lovely. All right, everybody, so as surprising as it was, the actual seeded potato that was meant to be put in the ground for gardening and meant to yield potatoes was not as productive as the grocery bought potatoes in the produce section. We ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So even by size, but also in number, the potato from the produce section totally beat the seeded potato. Okay, so I went ahead and brought them out of the garden and put them on the table so that we can compare them side by side. In this bucket I have the potatoes that were harvested from the, I guess we can call them grocery side potatoes. And then on this black carton I have the potatoes from the actual seed plant potatoes. And that way we could compare them side by side. So let me take these out first. And that way you guys can be the judge and maybe help you decide for yourself what would work best or better for you. Hopefully these results will kind of help you and guide you in that decision. But I don't know about y'all, but I think I'm just gonna buy sack potatoes, whatever we don't eat, we'll let them go to be ripened and start sprouting from the eyes of the potato and let them go. And if they happen to sprout from their little eyes, it's not a bad thing. We'll just throw them in the ground and yield a bunch more. So here you can definitely see the difference in the size and the amount. I'll definitely, even with the small ones, I can throw those in a stew or roast, and the big ones we could actually cut up for french fries and things like that. And these guys, they did produce, but they are a lot smaller, and I'm a little bit more limited on what I could use them for. As you guys also saw that both of these plants were dying off, so they needed to be harvested. It wasn't something that, you know, we could probably just leave them in the ground. I'm not sure. I think I'd be scared of them rotting because the actual plant was already dying off. So they needed to be brought out of the ground, and that is what it produced. And here's same situation and a lot more better yield. So here are our results. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but for me and my family, I know what I'll be buying and spending our money on and what will be a good investment. I hope this little experiment that we ran helps you guys in deciding, and that way you don't spend too much money on what you might think you need to buy versus what just kind of happens naturally. And as always, thank you for watching my video and stopping by our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.